Hello, 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 everyone. Oh my goodness. I think this is the best you guys are going to get right now. I know you guys are at an angle. Let's roll with it. This will be artistic daily gratitudes. Hey, my gratitude. So, hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. So my voice is getting better, but more importantly, my lungs. It's been a few days, so let me explain why. While I eat this sandwich, I'll show you guys once I get it out. All right, ready for this goodness? Da, da, da. So we got a bagel, eggs here. There we go. See all the colors. Bacon, avocado. Ah! This is the video you guys are getting. I'm not going to take another one. Because then you'll miss the reveal. Anyways, hopefully my phone won't do that again. I can't tell if it's moving or not. Okay. Anyways, sorry for the scare. Keeping it entertaining here. So you guys are going to get 3 videos today. And we'll just kind of see when that happens. Because I am still trying to make sure I get everything done. So. Oh no. Pretty good. So where I last left you guys off on, it was Wednesday night. So this will be Thursday's video. So Thursday, I did not have time to take a video. And then every time I thought about taking a video in the airport, the announcements would turn on. And I'm like, this is not gonna happen. So here we are. Thursday, number 1 gratitude. Grateful that I woke up with enough time to take a shower before work and finish packing. Number 2 gratitude. Oh my God, grateful everything fit into my suitcases. I've never bought that much inventory before. And the Tetris that I had to play. Not only am I a master packer, I'm a Tetris player at this point. Jeez. So, number 3, the Airbnb that I stay at, the lady is like this sweet. I love the couple, okay? She's married to like this really nice, sweet man. And I got to talk to him for a little bit, and so I heard a little bit about him growing up, and it was just, if you get a chance to talk to somebody who is older, you really should, because they were in such a different era of life. And especially if you are younger than me, if you're younger than your 30s, we're going to get to a point where people of older generations, it's going to be unfathomable to understand what life was like for them. I'm in a generation where it was like a transitional generation, and so a lot of it still makes sense to me, but man, it was just such a beautiful, hard, but beautiful in some ways type of life. He grew up on a dairy farm, and we were talking about that, and man. But so thankful for them. I hope I get to see him again next year. I'm planning on it. And she was sweet enough to, let me stay so I could have internet when I was working. Number 4, grateful that I did not have to rush after work. I left immediately after work, but I gave myself so much time, and I'm so glad because I'll tell you that in a second. So glad though, because I had so many bags, is where I was going with that. Number 5, grateful that when I dropped the car off, so gas was good. Oh, and getting the bags into the car, mind you, I had one bag that I had left in my trunk for like a week and a half because it was so heavy. And I will tell you guys, okay, so I had 3 bags. You guys guess the weight of the bags. Put them in the comments. Pause the video if you have to. I'm very curious your comments on how heavy my bags were. So I had 2 bigger bags, and then one was like a travel sized suitcase. On top of, I had a backpack and another bag with all of the really not sensitive, delicate crystals. So when I got getting gas for the rental went okay, better than okay. And then after that, took the rental back. It was off the airport, and I asked, and I was like, hey, are you guys gonna call me an Uber? Like, does that still apply? And so the lady was like, oh, I'll just take you. I am so thankful. That's number 5. Grateful that happened, because that means I did not have to lift all of my bags out of the car to put them in another car to then take them out of the car, and you get the point. And it was nice talking to her on the way to the airport. We had a great conversation. 6, when I got to the airport, I had even exchanged one of my dollars with a lady who runs Airbnb for quarters, so that way I could get one of the push carts. Turns out I didn't actually need it, but because I don't know why, in my brain I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to roll this over, where they drop the Ubers off. I'm gonna have to roll it over past all the lanes that go and drop off at the doors. And I don't know why in my brain I was thinking that, but I was. But I was right at the front door, and so grateful for that, because I didn't have to wheel all of my bags very far. So I was just me, and I am wheeling 2 big suitcases. One is an older style, so it just has 2 wheels where you lean it, and then the other is my suitcase that had 4 wheels, and then I have 2 bags plus my backpack. And so I was literally having to push it to one place, walk back, get the next one, and then get the other one. And it was a little crazy. So 6, grateful that I was able to do all of that, and it wasn't too far, and it actually wasn't too bad. And some man who was also doing the same thing as me helped me in the rest of my bags. So I'm so grateful, and I got them out of the car. Oh, it was great. So, just, number 6, grateful that the airline allowed me to take all of my bags. They were kind of looking at me like I was really crazy, but $550 later, yep, because the airline I was traveling on, if you're even a pound over, they just go ahead and charge you for overweight. And then the third bag, doesn't matter the size, I had to pay, starting off, $150. So I'm like, oh my god, okay. And this is the first time I've had that much inventory, so it took up like 2 suitcases. So, all right, now here's the moment of truth for the bag weights. So pause the video, put it down below. Curious to see who's going to get the closest. But bag weights, the one that had 95% of my inventory in it was 105 pounds. Yeah, 105 pounds. I actually took 5 pounds out because they said that the maximum weight is 100. And I was like, okay. And the lady was like, we're not responsible if anything breaks, if the bags, whatever, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my God. So like, I get it, but like also you're starting to stress me out. I even had my aunt pray over the bags. I was like, pray that my bags are perfect and they all arrive, and did the trick. So first bag was 105 pounds. The second bag was 74 pounds, which when I was starting, let me give you the starting weights too. So the bag that was 105 pounds, I think was 84 pounds when I originally went out. The bag that, my second bag was 74 pounds, and that one was 64 pounds when I originally went out. And then my last bag had no weight to it, and that was the travel size one, and it was 44 pounds. So collectively, I had 60 to probably 70 pounds worth of rocks. And when you're just carting around a little suitcase and you're buying it in stages, you don't, like, I thought about it, but I did not think that all collectively it would weigh that much. So very much a life learned lesson. We'll be thinking of doing something completely different, or just not bringing that much stuff out with me and just packing in a completely empty suitcase. So, they took all the bags. What a relief. I got through security. They had to search my bags, you know. And then after that, let's see, where am I at? That was 6. So 7. Grateful that I had time to get food. So I got a sandwich. You know, I completely even forgot the salad that I was going to take from the Airbnb, but you know what? Grateful that they get some food. So I got a sandwich and then was waiting for my flight. Number 8, grateful I had my Kindle. So my first flight, it was from Tucson to LA. So I just read. It was When the Moon Hatched is a really good book. Put in the comments if you're reading it. I'd love to talk more about that with people. So I'm on chapter 5, I believe. Number 8. So I get to LA. My bags are fine. And I have like 30 minutes or something. But same thing like the other airport. I just was in corners, and it was like 5 to 6 gates all in the same area, and they all had, if one didn't have announcements, it was the other one. So I didn't get a chance to do a video for you guys. But I'm grateful I just had a little bit of time to sit there. Number 9, I'm so grateful that I got sleep on that flight. And 10 for the day. Did I even make it to the Airbnb that night? No. Oh my God. Okay. So it was an overnight flight. I'm a little like turned around still. We're still figuring everything out. 10. Very grateful. Oh my gosh. So this might be where I end the gratitudes for this one. Grateful that we touched down, because my flight was a little bit delayed getting to LA, and I was like, okay, well, hopefully we'll still make it there in time, coming back to the East Coast. And so I did. Grateful that when I landed, I think we were even a little bit early. So those are my gratitudes for Thursday going into Friday. And that's why you guys didn't get a Thursday video, because I was working. I got up early to finish packing. There was no time. And when I did have time, announcements were going. I kid you not, guys. I pulled out my phone and it was looking around. I'm like, oh, that's the perfect spot. No one's over there. And every time I'd pick up my phone to go over there, announcements would start. And I'm like, not today. Okay. Message of the day for Thursday. I'm going to say, how are you connecting with your peace and ease? So, I am spiritual. I do believe in God. And so I was feeling very stressed coming back because of everything that like happened before I left, and just life has been harsh to my family in a lot of ways, in the area that I'm back in. And so I was feeling the stress of coming back, but I was like praying about it, and not saying that you guys have to pray if that's not something you believe in, but more so just saying like, I really just wanted to connect to peace, and I really wanted support because I was feeling stressed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, if you don't believe in God, give it to the universe, give it to something else, and say, I want to be supported. And that's kind of what I was doing each step of the way. I was like, the stressor of like, hopefully that they would take my bags, that nothing would happen, that, you know, all this stuff accumulating together. And so I was just talking to God about it. And, you know, sometimes like I'll get answers back, right? You know, the same way that like I'll get messages, like when I tell you guys like, hey, something's coming through for me for one of you. And so he just kept saying like, watch me work, like, you know, trust me with this. And I was like, you know what? Okay, like this is small enough in my mind that like, yes, I can. And like, I don't have the space, like I have so many other things, like you can have this, and I'm just going to trust that you're going to work it all out. And whenever I felt myself getting stressed, I would literally, okay, now this is the part, even if you're not religious, how are you connecting with your peace and ease? Whenever I felt myself getting stressed, I would literally go into what is the easiest, what feels the easiest right now. I'm a person that everything works out for easily and effortlessly. What feels effortless? And I would just continue leaning back into that. And boy, if everything didn't just like come together, the fact that like I wasn't even thinking in my mind that they could just drive me to the airport, but yet when I asked about an Uber, they're like, oh, I got you. And I realized after, I'm like, oh my God, it was such a blessing, because I didn't even have to lift my bags again. And then I had some random person who also happened to be going back and forth and getting his giant golf bags, had decide to help me out. Like at the same, like there was just so many synchronicities that were just very beautiful and just made me feel so supported. It allowed me just to kind of be still in that effortless peace and ease. So that's my message for the day for you guys. Like, how are you connecting to your peace and ease? What feels most easy and effortless in that moment? And you know what I've realized with that? Because sometimes things don't work out, right? Like when I was in Vegas, my flight was delayed by coming back to Tucson by 3 hours. I asked myself, okay, what's the easiest right now? Accepting. Okay, cool. Like I can get food in the airport if I want. I have some downtime. It's not ideally where I want to be, but easiest for me just to still be in this nice place of effortlessness is acceptance. And then we decide where we need to go from there. So that's the message of the day. Now for the affirmations, it's getting a little toasty, so I'm going to finish this, do affirmations with you guys, and then I'm going to head out and figure out what my next step of the day is, because we've got a lot going on. And so Friday you'll hear about the things that I was able to accomplish, and then today we got more. But number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it. I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 3, I'm not going to stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good, and I am fully supported, loved, nourished, and cherished. Number 4, miracles and blessings and my deepest desires are a common occurrence throughout my entire day. I love to see them, and I deeply desire more. Number 5, I allow myself to exist in my natural state of unending abundance all day, every day. And I deeply desire more. Number 6, if I didn't already do 6, I meant to say, I think, number 5. Number 6, sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing sleep is available to me each and every night. I claim it tonight and every night. Number 7, I connect with joy and things that are healthy and nourishing for me today. And I continue building that. Number 8, what a beautiful day to be alive. The sun is shining. Let's claim the day, our accomplishments, what we want to experience, be, feel, see, hear, do, show up, and appreciate the fact that we are alive and are powerful co-creators, that we get to interact with all of this. Number 9, I was ready to number 9, but we got a lot of gratitudes and affirmations. I'm a person that everything works out for easily and effortlessly. That feels really good to say, especially because I have to tell you guys, and I'll talk more about this in the next video, it's been really hard being back. Yeah. And 10 for the day. I'm just watching this flock of birds, and I don't know why. It just brought me such peace. Like, I am fully provided and cared for. I do not have to stress or worry. And the things that are burdensome will be taken care of. And I give those up. I release those to be taken care of. That is all for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Yeah, Thursday was not intentional. It just wasn't happening with the sound. And then yesterday, I was dealing with a lot emotionally. So I decided, instead of doing videos yesterday, because I was trying to get a couple of things done, that it was much better to give you guys a sunny video. And maybe we'll even go on a hike. I don't know. But I love you guys. I will talk to you guys in a bit. And what are you grateful for? What are you affirming? What do you think about the suitcase weights? Let me know. All right, bye.